Guys, yeah. Turn the other way. Guys.
Guys, it's me, Rob again. I'm Miss Nicole's son. I thought I'd come back to read another book for you today. Today we're going to be reading The Couch Potato. The Couch Potato. Written by Jory John, illustrated by Pete Oswald. I am a potato. Not a small potato like my brother. Not a sweet potato like my mother. Not a mashed potato like my Uncle Stu. I am a couch potato. Oh yeah, it's true. My favorite place to slouch is on the couch. I spend all my free time sitting in this exact spot. Why would I ever leave this comfy, cozy couch? It's got everything a potato could need. See, I have this, and this, and this, and one of these, and those, and this, and that, and these. Oh, and this. Check it out. This button activates a gadget that fetches me snacks whenever I want. Bam! Impressed? And I don't have to move an inch. Much easier than going to the kitchen. If the most important thing in life is to be comfortable at all times, then I think I've got it all figured out. But wait, there's more. I haven't revealed the absolute best part about my whole setup. It's everything you see in front of me. Have a look around. Take it all in. Pretty spectacular, right? Yeah, it's a sea of shimmering screens from wall to shining wall. What joy, what bliss. These screens feature my favorite shows. This screen has all my unanswered messages. These screens are where I play video games. And this screen is a live stream of my friend, my best bud for life. This is how my pals and I spend quality time together. It's much easier than trying to meet up somewhere like folks did in the old days, that's for sure. Hey, Spuddy. Hey, Pal-tato. Yes, from this very couch, I can control everything in my life, all the time, with just a few taps and a couple clicks. Not bad, eh? Yes-sirree, this is the life. At least that's what I thought, until the other day. Something strange happened. There was a knock at the door. It was a delivery. Woohoo! It was my newest device. A video camera that allowed me to watch myself react while I was watching all my favorite shows. All I had to do was plug it in my room, and nay, my kingdom would be complete. But suddenly, pew! Everything went dark. Look out! Coming through! Whoops! Oof! Ow! Whump! I made it back to the window. I pulled back the curtains. The sun seemed brighter than I remembered. There was nothing better to do, so I decided to take my dog, Tater, for a walk. Outside. It had been a while. Everything was so vivid, like a high-resolution 156-inch curved screen, but even more realistic. Something smelled fresh. After a few moments, I realized it was the air. I heard a noise, some chirps, a ringtone perhaps? But no, I looked up to see some birds. I wandered down the street from block to block and across the neighborhood. Eventually, I found a park with a hill. There was a massive tree on top. It looked like a desktop background, only it was real. I leaned against the tree. It wasn't as comfortable as my couch, not even close. After a while, it wasn't so bad. Any worries about the power outage and what I might be missing drifted away. I wasn't thinking about my favorite shows or my unanswered messages or anything else really. I noticed the stillness, the view, the sky, the clouds, the sunset, and those colors, my goodness. It took a while because there was no fast forward option, but eventually the sun sank below the horizon. By the time I got home, the power was back on. I sat on the couch. Whew. I hit the button to brush my teeth. I pulled the lever to change into my pajamas. I turned the knob to watch a bedtime story. Then I noticed my reflection in one of the screens. I wondered how much of my life had been spent in that very spot. It was then and there that I made the decision to peel myself off the couch a bit more often. Maybe every day even. And so that's what I've done. I've started hanging out with my friends, my best buddies outside. We've started biking and hiking and swimming and hiding and seeking. Sometimes we have snacks and play board games. Sometimes we talk all day. We might watch the clouds. There's no big plan. We just see what happens. It makes me wonder, what if I don't always need to be totally comfortable? What if I'm happier when I have a better balance between my gadgets and the world outside? Because it turns out that I'm more than just a couch potato. I'm an amusing potato. I'm a smart potato. I'm a kind potato. I'm an entertaining potato. And I'm a sit on a hill and watch the sunset potato. Yes, there's a great big world out there. And I want to be a part of it. In person. But don't get me wrong, at the end of a long day, after I've run and played and talked and laughed with my friends, I still think it's awfully nice to slouch on the couch. And that was the couch potato. I had an awesome time reading with you guys today, and I hope you have a great rest of your day. See you next time.
Here's our story for today. It is called The Cool Bean, and it's by Jory, John, and Peter Oswald. We've read a couple books by the same author. Here's the front of the book, the spine of the book, and the back of the book. Look at his cool friends. Okay. Open it up. Oh, look at them. They all have sunglasses on. The cool bean. Watch out! Here comes the cool beans. The cool beans. See, all three of them are cool beans. Look at all their friends looking at them. Oh yeah, check out how they move. Look at the way they swagger. Notice their sunglasses. Wow. The cool beans are known all over school, from house to house, across town, beyond county lines. She's walking down the hall. In the olden days, last year, we were all one big pot of beans. We were all a mixed bag, but somehow it worked. Yep, those were the good old days. And then we stopped seeing each other as much. That's just how it is sometimes. You spend less time together even though you're not totally sure why. See, they're all playing on the seesaw and he's there all by himself and he's kind of sad. I watched as the beans I knew so well, the beans from my own pod, became the cool beans. See, they became the cool beans, and he's here by himself, and he's sad. Oh, they were so cool. One of them could play the guitar. Cool. One of them could draw the best superheroes. Cool. One of them could jump higher than any bean I'd ever known. Cool. Me? Well, I mostly stayed the same. Sure, I made some small changes. I wore sunglasses. I slicked my hair back. Too slick. I strutted around. Ow! He hit his foot. I swaggered. Oof! He fell on a banana peel. I was still picked last for everything. Oh, he's all sad because they didn't pick him. They didn't pick him either. My clothes never seemed to fit. Oh no, it's getting too small. I snorted when I laughed. I walked into stuff like doors. Whoop! I was an uncool bean for sure. I started thinking to myself as just a common being with no special skills. I couldn't compete, so I didn't even try. I'd never be a cool bean. I'm so sad, and even got hit in the head with a ball. It seemed like there were two types of beans in the world. There were the cool beans and the beans like me that nobody wanted to be around. He's all sad. The days all blended together. I lived my life and things were just okay. I took tests and ate lunches and mostly kept to myself. The cool beans continued to be being cool. I mean, sure, I missed them a bit, but it's not like I was going to say anything. I felt like all that coolness has gotten in the way of our friendship. Look at them dancing and singing. And that's how it went. Until one day, what's going to happen? What is going to happen? I was in the cafeteria. I dropped my lunch on my loafers. Oh no, he's all sad. Oh no, not again, he says. But then something sort of miraculous happened. Out of nowhere, one of the cool beans helped me clean it up. He didn't even say anything. He just gave me a nod. That was it. Later, I was out in the playground. I tripped and scraped my knee and maybe cried a little bit, and everyone saw it. Another one of the cool beans came to my side. And without a word, he dusted me off. Look, he even brought bandages and the first aid kit to help him out. And everybody watched, look. That afternoon, I was sitting in class. I wasn't really paying attention. I didn't notice, but our teacher had called on me. Everyone stared. I sat there in silence. Nobody said anything. And then everyone laughed at me. That was it. After that, I was officially a has-been. And he wanted to disappear into his seat because he was so embarrassed. But then one of the cool beans stood up and came over to me. Everyone watched. Look. She leaned in close and whispered, "Hey, the teacher asked you to read from page 32. Then she gave me a quick wink and went back to her seat. It was a small gesture, sure. But it was also everything. They were in the Great Gatsby. I walked home with a goofy smile on my face. I smiled all the way through dinner. That day made all the difference. It was a day that could have been really bad, if not for the kindness of a few cool beans. It gave me a shred of confidence. That shred of confidence has continued to grow. Somebody had my back. Or a few somebodies. Look at, they're all playing together now. After that, I started hanging out with the cool beans again. How have you been? Get it? How have you been instead of been? Not all the time, but sometimes. At lunch, after school, even on the weekends. Through all this, I realized that it's not about how you look or any of the other silly stuff. So we threw all that away and recycled it. It's about a wink or nod or a smile at just the right moment. It's about dusting somebody off, helping them up again, and pointing them in the right direction. See, he's helping another bean that fell and dropped his books. You need a hand? See, yes, please. See, he's helping him up. Now that's cool when you help one another out. And see, the cool beans were really happy that their friend helped another bean out. The end. I hope you enjoyed our book, The Cool Bean. Have a wonderful rest of the day. Our letters of the week are F, G, H, I, and J. Let's see what these letters begin with. We have F. Can you say F for fish and fox, frog, fork, flute, firefly, fox, fire, fish, food, family, friend, and flower. Next, we have the letter G. G is for gorilla, grasshopper, gum, green, game, grape, guitar, goat, gift, goose, gate, and giraffe. Next we have H. Can you say huh for hippopotamus, hammer, hoe, harmonica, hen, horseshoe, hog, hay, head, hair, happy, and hum. Our next letter is the letter I. I is for igloo, ibex, ice, ice skates, ice cubes, icicles, iguana, igloo, idea, ill, and iron. Our last letter is the letter J. J is for jellyfish, jello, jumping, jaguar, juice, jet, jeep, jeans, jacket, jewelry, jazz, and jail. Those are our letters of the week. F, G, H, I, and J.
A is for apple, apple. B is for bull, bull. C is for cat, cat. D is for dog, dog. E is for elephant, elephant. F is for fish, fish. G is for gorilla, gorilla. H is for hat, hat. I is for igloo, igloo. J is for juice, juice. K is for kangaroo, kangaroo. L is for lion, lion. M is for monkey, monkey. N is for no, no. O is for octopus, octopus. P is for pig, pig. Q is for question, question. R is for ring, ring. S is for sun, sun. T is for train, train. U is for umbrella, umbrella. V is for van, van. W is for watch, watch. And X is for box, box. Y is for yellow, yellow. Z is for zoo, zoo. So many things for you to learn about, so many ways to sing your song. So many things for you to learn about, so many ways to sing your song.